Live stream Wednesday, running late because I had a doctor's appointment. But
Also for homosexuality.
better late than never. You know what, Justin?
How's it going, folks?
It was a rectal exam, wasn't it? Oh. He knows I'm
You know that's
telling
the
the truth.
furthest thing from the truth.
Yeah.
You can't ground that which is ungroundable.
So, what do you guys got going on this week? Anything?
Well, I should make your game. Unless anything comes up. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to be there.
Cool.
And
We're also doing precursors on Saturday for the sci-fi show.
Precursors. Like the Asgardians from Stargate.
Or whatever. You know, Babylon 5 had them. Traveler had them.
Well, none.
Yep.
I don't know much about the Traveler Society storyline.
But even 40K had them in a way.
I like the Stargate movie.
The original one.
Yeah,
but
the TV show was trash.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it. You know, they had such a great cast, and the only guy who was even close is the guy who played Daniel Jackson. He was close.
He actually tried to mimic the character at first, and then he grew the character a bit because it was getting kind of annoying pretending to sneeze all the time. That's why the character changed.
And nobody can replace Kurt Russell. I'm sorry, but
no.
Nobody.
It would have been good if they had Kurt Russell come in for a cameo at the beginning.
And just made the other guy a new guy. Yeah. Somebody else. That would have been totally fine.
The character, like, I get the quickly wanting to grow past the moroseness because that gets boring fast if you got to do it a lot. But if you just made it a new character, you wouldn't have to deal with it in the first place.
Yeah, and Amanda Tapping, I've never seen her in anything where she wasn't annoying.
Hey, bro, fix the camera.
Yeah. I think he's deliberately got it fixed right there.
Hey, that reminds me, I need to finish up my Vampirella.
Is that better?
I want to see my brother. I don't want to see my brother's waifu.
Hey.
What's up, James? How you doing, man?
If I had a waifu, it would be Casca. Oh, nice. Is that like a barbed wire or something?
How can you tell? To me, it could be a lot of different characters. What's the key thing
that made me think barbed wire, hot, big boobs, and guns?
Okay.
And this is literally an outfit she wore in the movie.
Yeah. So I was like, hey, that looks like barbed wire.
This is the outfit she was wearing when she interrogated the guy. She came to the house with the trench coat and dropped it off. I was like this, and she tied the guy up, thinking it was going to be a bondage thing.
That's a nice looking miniature, Justin.
Yeah.
You printed that?
Yep.
Damn. Kudos, man.
Yeah, I'd be all on board except for the freaking guns. Just saying.
Great job.
Well, yeah. Like.
Hey, just take a compliment, you bastard.
Yeah. Ooh. I didn't like the model. I had to go in and fix a lot of stuff in it.
Don't you hate when you get a model and like there's like this random black like boxes in it, and it's like, and you know that they're just not going to print.
Yeah, I had to open this one up in a sculpting software because the boobs were hollow on the inside, like in a way they weren't supposed to be. So I had to like cut that section out, and then there were big cavities in under the hair, right, where like the two meshes were put together, and the artist didn't bother to check to see if it was. And then all the stitches were just floating above the outfit. They were They weren't properly attached, and like they're clam shaped, so
Justin,
the
you
fabric
are
was
a
like
man of
this.
many talents.
It's like
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
surprising.
not a month goes by that I don't learn some new thing about you.
very annoying, and I had to pay for
It
that.
surprises me when I hear him talk about games and stuff, and he actually knows stuff.
And it's like this guy knows a lot of shit about a lot of things.
Hey,
Well, my little girl came in like, I don't know, 17 parts, which is cool because it makes it easier to print, but then you got to build it. And
Oh, okay. That wasn't like a model kit, because there are model kits like that.
no, that's a 3D print, but it was in a ton of parts.
There's a platform she stands on, but it got a separation, and I can't remember what size I scaled the model down. So reprinting it would be trial
I
and
hate separations. And
Yeah.
it's like, why does that even happen? I don't
Yeah.
even know.
Yeah,
Hey, Raven.
it's whatever. It was a big square, so I got to figure out something to glue her on. But yeah, the platform, the two legs, the two arms, and the body and head were one piece. So 6 parts.
Nice. Yeah, mine, the hair was 3 different pieces because she had her normal hair, then her bangs, then her ponytail.
Yeah, this hairstyle allows for it to just be, one piece.
That's why I like. There's a guy. His name is Stanislav, and he does STLs, and his miniatures they look really good, but they're really simple. So they always print really good because he's the one that did like the this guy right here. The boat. I mean, I put him on the rock.
Thanks,
He wasn't
Curtis.
originally on the rock.
But
Basically,
thank
his
you, Curtis.
look like the really
Hey,
old
Curtis.
Games Workshop stuff from like the 90s.
Curtis is just the most polite, nice dude.
Greetings, Hungar and Company. Yeah, Curtis is always that way. Curtis, nothing but love, brother. How you doing? I hope you and yours are doing well. And there's
Appreciate
Raven.
it.
Yeah, Raven. We haven't gotten Raven to laugh yet, so something's wrong.
Raven, a fellow, at least at some point, Irish person, even though I'm only like 6%. But I got the name, damn it, somehow.
Well, she's been fun in our games, actually kicking some ass from time to time. I wanted to ask you guys a question. I've been thinking a lot about the larger scale, prints and models and whatnot. I'm seeing them as a kind of a gateway for newbies, to get them into various aspects of the hobby. The little minis we use, 28 mils and stuff like that. Don't really, pop, jump out at you. But I'm thinking that the larger scales might be great for like gifts and things like that. Paint up someone's favorite character and
Dungeons
hey,
and Lasers.
Merry Christmas. What you got there? Is that Dungeons and Lasers?
Yeah.
I have you to thank for that.
Dude, you will not regret 1 minute of it. If you like 3D dungeons, they are the kings.
And I was going to pass this question you just asked has to go to Justin because I think Justin was talking yesterday about 57 mil.
54. We used to do 54. It doesn't matter.
Hey, what's 3 millimeters?
A lot.
Oh God! I was just waiting for the gay joke, guys. Just wait.
A lot.
Something about the way you look in my eyes, like a starry night, you light up my sky. You lean in closer and my heart starts to pound. I heard you sigh, I love that sound. He's bouncing off my booty cheeks, I love the way he rides. I can hardly breathe when he's pumping deep inside. I kiss him on his neck and then he kisses on my pussy. Call him daddy while I holler, man, that boy's so damn good look.
Here's Shadow's theme song.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with you.
That's Shadow's theme song and Raven's laughing, so I was a success.
Did you call that a win? So what you got the basic dungeon set, right? Wait till you see the pre-painted caves that are coming out this month, dude. The pre-paints are such a time saver, mind you. You know, we like doing the painting and whatnot, but
Shadows too important name. Pre-painted caves.
hold on a second, guys. Carry on.
They're coming for
Yeah, with a fire engine.
them. Yeah, they need that to clear up the space for the cops to come in.
You know,
Jaws of
you're in trouble
life
when
or
they're
something like
sitting in
that.
the
Is that
fire
what you're saying?
No, just to wash the filth off the floor and the surrounds.
No, I guarantee you he's got
Biohazard.
an immaculately clean house because he has a Mexican wife.
Yeah, but I don't think his gay sex dungeon's immaculately clean.
Hey. It's a meth lab. Get it right.
No,
Right.
it used to be a meth lab.
The Legend of Shadow.
Yeah, drugs are bad. Don't do drugs, kids. Stay in school.
I told you guys yesterday what happened, right? No, were you here for that, Shadow? The building across from mine, on the first or whatever, like on the 7th floor, one of the windows blew out. They had a meth lab in the bedroom.
Ow. So I just got notification that my new Dungeons and Lasers are on the way from Poland, and it's I'm going to be looking at. I realized that I ordered 2, so I'm going to be looking at about 1,000 miniatures I have to assemble or give away real soon here, because it's about a cubic meter of boxes of miniatures.
Don't give them
There's
to
just-
my brother. He has enough.
No, I'm not sending him any minis. I might send him a book, hint, hint, but I'm not sending him any miniatures. But yeah, what do you guys think about the larger scales for like a gateway
I
to
already
get
handed that over to that's
Yeah, and then we got talking about 3 inches.
Shadows film industry.
and then Hungar busted in with some shameful
that
stuff.
abomination?
Nah. Hey,
So what do you think,
Mr.
Justin?
Mr. X, Carl, or Kyle. Ooh.
Cal. Hey, Cal. Speaking of Dungeons and
My
Lasers.
tongue
Yeah,
was
Cal showed up
Cal.
a second ago and nobody even acknowledged him. If I was
I did too.
You too, Mr. Max. Long time no see, guys. So what do you think, Justin? You think you could lure people into the hobby?
Yeah.
Anything?
Especially if you're doing it on screen, because the camera picks it up nicer, right? Like if
Right.
you're playing a game, larger scales show up easier on the eyes and camera and all that.
No, I meant just like just find their favorite character and maybe paint it up, or you give it to them and say, "Hey, here you go."
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
Start with a super small scale though.
that's what they say. But I found that teaching Jackie, he excelled more with the larger minis. For some reason, it's easier. Okay, and you can always work your way down.
Well, the thing with super small
It's less
scales,
intimidating, I think.
the thing with super small scales is they're good for large
it's
scale wars.
Lasers and Dragons, Curtis. I got the basic one because it's pretty
Yeah.
cheap for what's in it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good deal from a Polish company.
Yeah.
So, helping out my Slavic brothers. And
Yeah, we've been literally Dungeons and Lasers was our first video.
yeah, you should
And-
go see Shadow's channel for if you want to know more, because he's got whole videos just all about it.
We've done more videos for Dungeons and Lasers than everybody else
The
combined.
damn Poles
And
love Shadow.
They loved our stuff so much that they used one of our videos for their Christmas commercial. We made a Christmas dungeon. It was kind of goofy, but they loved it so much that they clipped it and used it for their an advertisement for a couple of Christmases ago, and we're still on really, really good terms with them. And seriously,
I can't
the
tell you
miniatures.
this. I just put together like this one wall and passageway. It's hard plastic, like you would expect, and they fit together great, and they look really good. And it would be easy to paint, like give them a spray paint of black and then dry brush them up with stone.
Just one real good quick tip. You know the pegs that plug into everything?
Yeah.
You got to tape them up. If they get any paint on them, they're so precise that you'll be pounding them in and you won't dig it. Just tape up the pegs,
So
Spray the whole
like
lot.
I said, go see Shadow's video. He knows all about it.
Mhm.
I know the pre-paint's going to be more expensive, but my time and the cost in paint is going to make up the difference easily.
I can paint up this whole set in a day if I decide to.
Right, but when you're looking at like me, when I've got like hundreds of pieces, if not several, well, yeah, hundreds of pieces, it took me a long time. I still got 20 boxes of unpainted stuff. It's going to be a long time before I get back into the mood because of all the sanding you had to do and the taping up, and it was just a lot of time just sitting there, filing off and sanding off the connection points to the sprues, then going to paint. It's
You
a
worry
huge,
about that?
yeah. It was a lot of monotonous assembly line work, and after a while Jackie was just like, nope, I'm out. Just and then when you want to go and do the little details, it's so much work.
You're way too good of a dad. Because I'll tell you what, if it'd been me and my daughter, Britt, and she'd been like, I'm out, I've been like, no, you're not. And
he's got those grades to keep up. He's looking at a 4.6 GPA. He made captain this year. He's going to go, full career.
I understand. We're all proud of Jackie. I'm just saying our parenting techniques are a little bit different. Because I would have been like, no, you're not done. We're doing this. And that's how it is. I used to have my daughter every Friday night. We did cultural appreciation night where we would sit for an hour and listen to IRA fight songs.
Nice.
Come out, ye black and tans, come out and face me like a man. That was back when I thought I was super Irish because my whole family had told me we were all super Irish. Then the DNA came back and it's like, actually, you're super German. I was like, wow.
Yeah. That's the impression I'm getting from the details of my family history. Most of them, or all of them, have passed on. But the fact that they took German in college and did a bunch of other German stuff, but claimed to be Russian, was just like, yeah. And you came over when 1940 what from the old country? Yeah, sure.
He was German. He immigrated in the 40s.
Yeah. The funny thing is, my mom and dad, they both met in college in a German class. They both had polio.
You do kind of have the facial shape, bro, to be a descendant of.
Oh, what is that?
Yeah, I noticed that the other day, dude. If I were to shave everything except the little tiny part under the nose, yeah, I could easily play a certain famous painter, in some cheap movie. So not doing it.
I don't even know what to say about all that.
It's not being ashamed, Mr. Max. It's being completely unaware of what the truth is.
Yeah, it went over your head, brother. I just grew up thinking I was Irish and then found out that, no, I'm German.
Well, I know I'm Irish on my mom's side.
I'm very proud of that because
that's a no-brainer on my mom's side.
My ancestors basically kicked everyone else's ancestors' ass. Because I'm like 12% Danish. So Danelaw, baby, we're coming in long shirts. Love it. And I'm not
my Irish family actually got kicked out of Ireland for stealing horses.
Yeah, so. I'm not German. I'm Germanic. So I'm not like, it's not about the nation. It's my blood is Germanic. I have nothing south of the Danube. Nothing. I mean, no French, no Belgium, no freaking Italian, no nothing. It's all just that right across the very top of Europe is me, except for Finland. No Finnish. But I've got Scandinavian, Danish, Norwegian, Scots-Irish, and Germanic. And I'm proud of all of them. But I grew up in a family that was convinced we were Irish. because my surname is a Mick surname. So
Mick McGinnis.
oh, I traced my shit back, dude. One of my ancestors
Yeah.
goes back to 1560 in Alsace, Germany.
I'm actually trying to do the same thing without ancestry.com or whatever.
Right.
They can't have my DNA, but there's so few of us left, and nobody's ever thought about it before me, which is really weird. I want to give Jackie, some sort of clue, other than the Mexican French ancestry that we're so fond of razzing him for.
Yeah, I traced my stuff back. I know that my first ancestor
He got his
in America
ancestry wrong.
landed in Virginia in 1740.
He got
So
his
my
ancestry
family's
wrong.
been in this country since it was a crown colony of the
Jackie descends from the parking lot of Home Depot.
Jackie
No.
has ancestors that literally ate people.
Yeah, he probably does.
At the Home Depot parking lot.
Those goddamn French.
Because the fucking
people.
hot dog cart was down.
Now, I'm just saying, if he's Mexican, there's a good chance
That
he's
was
got
just last
Aztec
week,
blood.
bro.
And the Aztecs were they were famous for eating people.
Mhm.
I ain't
you know,
ashamed of shit from my past, Mr. Max.
No, I think he misunderstood the difference of me saying I thought I was a thing, but it turns out I was another thing.
Yeah.
But I'm not ashamed of being, Norse Scandinavian either. I'm not. I mean, I don't care what I would have been. I wouldn't have been ashamed of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, except for the horse thievery bit, I really, have nothing to be ashamed of it. And hell, horse thieving,
horses too. Air high five, bro.
Hey, what's up, Bear?
There.
Hey, how y'all doing?
There's Bear.
Hey, you all right, man? Your
No,
voice sounds
I
like.
am very, very sick today.
Oh, sorry to hear
I
that.
woke up with sore throat, stuffed up head, coughing, achy muscles. Just a fucking bug I picked up.
Well, it
I
sounds
got
like AIDS.
I don't see people, so I either got it from my landlady when I paid her, or I picked it up from the delivery guy for my groceries. You know what I mean?
That Instacart bastard.
Did you get AIDS, Bear?
No, I'm still work solo. Nobody's working with me at this point in time. Though, if I get 50,000, I'll hire some aides.
That's
that around.
Also, isn't that more of a shadow question?
I thought you worked
And
for him,
also,
bro.
Waiting for that bear.
Bear don't care what your DNA says. He cares what color shirt you wear when you're on the bridge.
There you go. That's the spirit.
Wow, there's only one person around these parts that knows more about Star Trek than Bear. He's in the
Well,
chat.
That's you. No, you're right. That's Mr. Max.
Mr. Max, Mr.
Yeah,
Max
it's
is
not
back.
me because I'm a classic Trek guy, but anything
No.
after that, and I have no idea what you're talking about.
Mr. Max goes on and on about hating Star Trek, and then when somebody gets stumped on a question, he knows the answer right away. So
Know what you hate. That way you can hate it better.
yeah, that I took
I
that
have to
advice.
agree with
That's
that
why I'm
Look,
watching,
there's a fine line between
Destiny.
hate and love. Not trying to get super philosophical with you, but the line between hatred and love is
There's Taco
very,
Bell?
very small.
Until you get to divorce court.
That's funny.
And then it's abundantly clear.
Nice one.
Sorry to be sniffling.
You know, too many guys have been screwed over by that shit.
yeah,
Well, that's because the pendulum swings, baby.
yeah.
The pendulum swings.
I've been looking for something.
He
So
wanted to
I
like
wanted
Star
to
Trek,
like
but
Star Trek.
but there were
I
no
would think that you would
charismatic
like
leaders.
classic Trek, Max.
He couldn't like Star Trek. It was not.
It's
not
like
just enough
it's
for him.
not all full of shit. You got Kirk and crew running around beating people's asses.
is it this one?
Making cannons out of bamboo and diamond. I mean, shit. Classic Trek was amazing.
It's really funny seeing Zoomers
Hey,
on YouTube who are watching classic Trek, and they're like, "This is better than I thought it would be." It's like, yeah, motherfuckers. There's a reason Star Trek's been around so long. It has good roots.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They've cut off. I found a video of that fire I was telling you guys about. If Hungar wants to pull it up.
Oh, at your apartment
original
building?
Trek's the way to go. Although I could get behind Enterprise. That was a lot of fun for me.
Okay, Enterprise.
Everything
is
else
cool.
was just
Oh damn!
wow.
Yeah.
I hope you got
When was
ladder
this?
trucks and high rise.
Like the first?
because that's going to be a bitch.
That close to you?
The building across from
Welcome to
mine.
the show, John.
It's
on
Toronto.
the other
it's like
side.
that every day.
We don't need to.
Toronto.
Yeah. The old ladies that were gossiping out front were saying it was a meth lab. So I don't
Well,
know
you
how
know
much
what
that
they
is.
say.
Well, nobody has their finger on the pulse of a neighborhood like old ladies.
You're there, man. It's like we share a brain.
Yep.
I was going to say, you can read the papers, you can watch TV, but word on the street, that's solid.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Word on the street is his Shadow's going to be casting a new film coming up soon, so that's good news.
I want nothing to do with it. Don't even ask me, bro.
You should see the letters he sent me begging to be in the next production.
That shit,
Lies.
that shit's gay, but on the other hand, $50
That shit
is
is.
$50.
You think Shadow pays that much?
It's $20.
Bidenomics. You're gonna have,
You count
you're
your pay in toonies,
prices.
motherfucker.
Plus, you might have Justins and Marks and Dells and whatever
No
in your video.
justice.
But I am James. Are you James? No, I do not think you are James. I am James.
What the hell?
could be AJ.
Did everyone take
He's
a whole
practicing his lines for the movie.
No, that was from Orgasmo when the one guy named Sancho wanted a
Oh,
job.
I saw that movie once years ago.
Yeah, and the guy's like, "No, I'm not looking for anybody." And the dude is like, "But I am Sancho." And the guy's like, "So?" He's like, "You have a mini Jeff. You have a Justin's." He's naming like American names. He's like, "But you have no Sancho, and I am Sancho." And eventually, the porn director's like, "Fine, you hired." Like, because he was whoever he was. It was like, okay.
Oh.
Between a lesbian, 2 trans women, and they have 2 trans kids for Shadow's new movie.
All the cocks?
Oh my goodness!
Against
Damn, Cal.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, friends, man.
Cal's spicy today.
What?
Let's go back talking about Star Trek. So anyway, Classic Trek was awesome, guys. It was more about the adventure. It was more about the banging green aliens.
Hey, Brian, what's up,
It
man?
had
Long
the
time no
best
see.
freaking episodes, like Gangster World and Roman World and Nazi World. Excuse me,
Roaring
I'm sorry,
20s World.
I probably just got your shit demonetized.
And my shit will never be monetized.
And the irony is, all the main actors that went down there for the most part.
I sent Brian the link.
Like,
I don't know. I was kind of fond of a piece of the action. That was a good one.
Gangster World.
So something you need to take into consideration that's very kind of cool is everybody who guest starred on Star Trek in the 60s. So Frank Gorshin, Joan Collins, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Probably some of the best work they ever did in their careers. The episodes they were in, they was probably some of the best acting you ever saw them do. That says something, That's
hilarious. That
okay, Shadow. When you say you better be able to back that up.
You got
I'm
Shatner
just going to
dressed
say
up as an
John's
SS
version of the
officer.
Riddler. John's version of
He's
the
a
Riddler
Jewish
was
dude.
spot on and fantastic and everything.
What, Frank Gorshin?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was great as the Riddler, but he was way better on Star Trek.
What did he do on Star Trek?
He was
He was one of the
that'd be your
Sharons, I
last
think.
Battlefield. It's the episode with the half black, half white guys. He's the
Oh,
cop
I
that
hated
went
that
for them.
episode.
And you would.
I was just telling Raven about that one the other day. I think it was
Yeah,
Raven.
'cause It doesn't understand
Or
the
was it
topic
Jackie?
matter.
Well, and like
The subject matter.
Shadow had said something about Enterprise. My favorite thing about the Enterprise series is they made the Andorians like kind of central to a lot of the stories. And
Yeah.
I always liked the Andorians. I always thought they were just the coolest, you know?
Yeah.
They were a lot of fun. My favorite part of Enterprise was the fact that they would leave the Enterprise smoking in space, just barely hanging on. So many episodes where it wasn't always, oh, everything's wrapped up. No, it's like, holy crap, you
There-
need to come in next week and find out what's going
There's
on.
some consequence. The thing
Yeah.
I absolutely think the thing that killed that show was the fact that every other week it was America's Next Top Model. And who the fuck was turning into Star Trek? I don't care how much you like model chicks. I am one of those guys. I do not want to watch that show. And if I come in 2 weeks in a row, I'm no longer in the pattern to be watching Star Trek at that time.
I would like to officially give you all a giant fuck you for deciding to talk about Star Trek the one day my voice is out, you fuckers.
My favorite part about Enterprise was when it ended.
Fuck you.
My favorite part about Enterprise was every time the Andorians showed up for the first 2 seasons, Archer got the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah.
I loved that. Oh, Jeffrey Combs here. Someone's going to beat up Archer. Yay.
Hungar, what
Yeah,
is
and
your
not to
favorite
mention,
episode of Classic
yeah,
Trek,
yeah.
though?
You do.
My
It was
favorite
also
episode
the
of Classic Trek. Holy shit!
Classic Trek,
Oh.
man.
Mirror, Mirror, guys. It's hands down the best episode
Yeah, it
ever.
was okay.
No,
Balance of
it's not,
Terror.
though.
Balance of Terror.
Trinidad Intruder.
What?
The one with
Sure, I can remember the name of.
Get fucked. It's like the
what
last
was it?
episode,
Apollo.
wasn't it?
That
The
was a
woman takes
good
over
one,
the
and the
body.
follow-up one where they found Apollo again, but he was old, was
That's in Star Trek
badass.
Continues. But that Star Trek Continues. It's not canon.
Yeah, well, it's canon to me. It's canon right here. Justin, your
Okay,
favorite
canon,
Classic
baby.
Trek. Let's go around Robin.
I jokingly said Trinidad Intruder because I can't think of the name of any episode.
What it's about, and I'll tell you what the
Yeah,
name
you
is.
describe it.
I like the time tunnel one, the one where they go back in time.
City on the Edge of Forever.
Yeah.
I had the photo novel of that one. It was one of my faves also.
I like that one.
And what did you say, Shadow?
Mirror, Mirror. Hands
Mirror
down.
Mirror's in the top 10, definitely.
Mirror Mirror is definitely one of the better ones. Okay, so it's on me. I think my favorite one is the one where they land on the world and there's like this massive world war going on between the comms and the Yangs.
The Omega Syndrome.
And the Klingons are given the comms advanced weaponry, and I thought that was just so cool because I don't know,
It's not the
parallel.
Klingons giving. No, it's not the Klingons giving the Yang comms in the end. It's the rogue Starfleet captain doing.
Oh,
was
it?
Yeah.
yeah. One side was like the Chinese communists, and the other side was like what was left.
Yeah,
of
there's
the
no.
United
That's the
States.
Omega incident. There's no, or the Omega Glory. I can't remember what it is. I'm tired.
Oh,
no
but there's
Klingons
so
in that,
many
so.
good ones, though. I mean, the botany. Berry.
Okay, least favorite. How about least
No,
favorite?
Bear gets to say his.
When I get to say my favorite, fuck.
Oh, sorry, I thought you did.
Yeah, Bear.
No, I just was telling you that there's better episodes than the one you picked.
I sent Brian the link. I don't know if he's used it. Sorry.
I really don't. I would say probably Menagerie is my favorite because I really like Captain Pike.
Yeah.
That is
I
good.
have that one on VHS somewhere.
Menagerie, and then the second part where they bring him back after he's been
Yeah.
all jacked up.
I just treat it like one big giant episode in
Yeah.
my mind, man.
Yeah,
It was
that
the pilot,
That was
so-
really good.
Well, no, the
Spock
pilot
broke
they
all
cut
the
down
rules
for
too,
Menagerie.
in that one.
Huh?
Like Spock could have been freaking court-martialed. He went against like direct orders to make sure Pike got back to that planet.
Yeah.
because
Oh,
Pike
sure.
was Spock's first captain.
What were you trying to say there, Bear?
The Menagerie is the two-parter where they cut down the pilot for the two-parter.
Right.
The pilot is its own. It's called The Cage.
Yeah,
its own-
you're right.
yeah.
You're right.
Yeah,
I
because
get really
you
great.
got the dude
I'll fight
with
everyone.
big brains
Yeah.
that they're constantly checking out.
That was the one with the precursor to Stephen Hawking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a precursor to Stephen Hawking.
If you're trying to be funny, I'm going to ignore that, even though Stephen Hawking has been spending too much time over on the island.
Well, he's dead now, so.
Good, he needs to be.
Pretty much.
If he was
Okay,
hanging
Bear.
out on the island, he needs to be.
Your least favorite Trek show
Oh, the Empath. Show or episode or series?
episode?
The Empath, that's the
No,
one
the
with the
Empath.
Sasquatch monster that takes the shape of the chick that he.
No, that's you're thinking of the Salt Vampire episode, the Man Trap. You're
Yeah.
thinking of Man Trap.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that
No,
one was pretty. That
Empath
one
is
was
the one
pretty
where
bad.
Spock and McCoy are the prisoners of the aliens, and there's the mute girl who can heal them with her power. It's a fucking shit episode.
James, your least favorite Trek episode?
Classic Trek least favorite? Probably, honestly, and I know I'm going to get a little hate here, but probably the one where they had the people that one group of them were white on the right side and the other group was black.
Let that be your
right
last
side.
battlefield.
I was just like, I mean, is it a bad episode? No, it's not a bad episode, but it's not my favorite.
I hate that episode.
That much.
I hate it with a passion. It's my least
See, I
favorite.
don't hate any episode. Of Trek.
I hate that
I
one
could
with
put
passion.
that shit on and just watch all of it.
It so misunderstands the subject matter that it reduces it to just jerseys, right? Like aesthetics.
You're so wrong. You're so very wrong.
I'm like James.
I'm not looking that deep into it.
I don't hate any Star Trek episodes. I have some that I like more than other ones.
Yeah,
Gadwell.
No, I got. Okay, first off, the one with that giant hamburger patty, the Horta, fucking can't stand that one.
Devil in the
Mostly
Dark?
because it was
You
the
don't
only
like
one that
Devil in
was
the
ever
Dark?
on.
are you talking about the one where the miners were killing the babies?
Yes.
Yeah,
You
Devil in
can't
the Dark.
stand that one. That's like top 10.
But that's the one Kirk had sex with a rock.
That's the one that was always on Saturday morning or Saturday
yeah.
afternoon.
I know what you mean.
You know, okay, but then the one that just blew my mind as to just sheer ridiculousness was Spock's brain, where freaking McCoy is remote controlling Spock's body around with a freaking joystick. I was just like, you've got to be kidding.
Party on, Brian.
I'd still rather watch that than watch the Empath.
Yeah.
Bye, Brian. Take care, man.
Yeah.
Justin,
Hope to see you soon.
your least,
Don't be a stranger, man.
your
Since-
least favorite,
Yeah,
Justin.
Well, I agree with James, but my second least favorite would be the one with the stupid pancakes that fell from the ceiling.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
I hated that just because it looked so cheesy. Like, it was the
That was
one
pretty
with the least convincing.
Yeah, and
effect.
they would like control your brain if they fell on the back of your head.
Yeah.
See, I'm with James where I don't hate any Star Trek episode. I could set and start episode 1, season 1, and watch them all the way through and enjoy all of them.
Which I can do that because I have it on Blu-ray.
But
No, I
one
have
that I
an
did,
example.
what I'd say, one my least favorite, and this is going to be really, really weird,
You're really, really weird.
is when they met Khan in the episode.
See that
Spacey?
that causes me to be so disappointed.
But my favorite Star Trek movie is The Wrath of Khan.
Botany Bay was one of the best classic Treks ever.
It's called Space Seed.
Space Seed, well, whatever. You're right.
I'm not saying that I didn't like it. I'm just saying it's not my favorite.
I'm saying that's top 5 for me.
Yeah, easily, if not 5, top 10.
I think it would have been a better like I didn't like the whole seduce the chick. Like it's the
What are you
main
talking
arc of
about?
the story, but
He's Indian. Of course, he's gonna go after the chick.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
he's got to
Come
open
on.
Bob's vagine. I know, but
Come on.
I mean, it's Ricardo Montalban. What
if
did you think was going to happen?
if it had been a two-parter, yeah, okay, you get that in there, but it just took up too much space.
It felt too rushed.
Yeah,
I disagree.
It felt too rushed for a one episode show.
I like the fact that he just beat the shit out of Kirk.
Oh, I love it when Kirk gets his ass beaten. I
Kirk
love
jumps
Kirk.
in there against
Oh,
Khan,
yeah.
and Khan's just whipping
So
his
in the
ass.
ribs and butthole.
It's actually more like one stunt double beating the shit out of the other.
Well, you
badly
know what I
covered
mean,
on the
though.
camera
Come on.
angles.
Why you gotta be like
No,
that?
but that's the thing. That's the thing about TOS that's so great is you can see the stunt doubles. It's hilarious.
I didn't notice until right now, and now I'm gonna.
Oh, go watch any of those fights, and you'd be like, "Well, that's not fucking Shatner."
And see,
That's
now
not
I'm gonna
my
look.
boy.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hey,
Like,
hey,
Bear,
guys,
when you're not doing this, do you just wander around the street and randomly tell little kids Santa Claus don't exist?
I do not. I show them pictures of your brother and go, "Santa's watching,"
Oh,
and then their parents
Nice.
call the police.
he's just wearing a bathrobe and it's a full length picture, and it's not done up.
Santa's watching. Which is
Oh.
freaking
Guys,
scary.
it's like this. It's like this, guys. No matter how great something is, if you can't find something that's bad, then you're truly kind of, brainwashed. I've got a favorite band. You guys all know what it is. But I can tell you the absolute worst.
Oyster vaginas.
The Blue
No.
Oyster Club.
And they have
the
got a
Gay Bunny
couple of
Lane. Yeah.
they've got a couple of songs that are literally embarrassing. Okay. I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
how did this get on vinyl back in the
What's
day?
that one?
Okay.
Only a
Liv
couple?
Tyler or whatever.
Well, they had that one
James
guy that
Bond
was
is
producing
dead or
their
whatever.
albums, and he makes gold
Joan
albums
Crawford?
while he's putting his pants on in the morning. And this just
Yeah,
needs more
we've got to be objective. So it's okay to be able to,
I'm Bruce Dickinson, baby.
it's okay to be able to, point out some of their failings. It proves that we're still objective, and that's something I think we need to kind of try to do a
I
little
don't
bit
want to
more.
be objective. I just want to love Star Trek.
I want to be subjective.
The fight between Kirk and the Gorn. That was great.
Yes.
That was a good one too. They were put down on that world by that other like alien race.
I never liked
That
the
was-
whole. We're putting you at a
Kirk
task.
refused to kill the Gorn and told the
Episodes.
people who were manipulating them to go pound sand in their vaginas.
The funny thing is, I live about an hour and a half tops away from where that was filmed, according to someone we don't talk about anymore. One of these days, one of these days I got to get out there, take the boy out there, and just get a couple of shots.
Do you know
know,
why so much stuff is shot at Vasquez Rocks?
Because of Star Trek?
No, because they made a deal when they were unionizing everything up. They said this is the limit of what is considered local for booking actors, and Vasquez Rocks is the only real desert terrain within that boundary. So every film and TV show that's trying to save money and shoot desert or rock scenes uses Vasquez Rocks because they can book the actors as locals. They don't have to pay them travel time or anything like that for fucking taking them over the line.
Oh,
The film industry, that's how the film industry works, baby. How can we save a nickel?
now
Bear knows
if
a
you
lot of
want
things.
if you want to be where the fight, the Gorn and the Kirk took place, it's in the parking lot. They paved over it for a parking lot, just like that song by those hipsters.
Telegraph. That was
Joni
what I
Mitchell?
was looking
Yeah.
for.
Johnny Mitchell, they paved Paradise, put up a parking lot.
Yeah, they paved the
It was
Gorn
pretty
Kirk
awesome.
fight scene to put up a parking lot.
That sucks.
Yeah,
At least that one rock is there. At least it was for Bill and
Oh yeah,
Ted's
Vasquez Rocks are still there. You still get that jutting up sort of thing and all that. That's still there.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to take the boy out there. Maybe even this summer if I can steal him away from Mexico for a bit.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, if you're looking for the exact angle where they fought to get the rocks in the background, it's the parking lot. I saw it in a video.
Well, we'll take some photos
Insert
in the parking
name
lot.
here. I think you're 100% right, but me being one of those guys that looks into other cultures and stuff, yeah, you're right. They also had one of the most prolific serial killers who used to actually kidnap, murder, and eat children until they caught him. So,
Really funny
as a
is the-
nation, but then again, there's a billion people in a nation, so do the odds.
You're gonna get.
You're gonna have some bad. If you got a billion people, you're gonna have some bad bastards in that bunch.
You think?
I do think so, there.
Yep.
And I'm an
Oh, sorry,
optimist. I like
My
to-
sarcasm doesn't translate with this fucking throat thing. That was more of a thing.
Yeah,
But it didn't come
I
off
am an
properly.
optimist. I like to think most humans are good, but occasionally there's some bad ones.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, James. You know, the shadow knows. I hate to disagree, but I have
The
to.
shadow knows the evil that lurks in the hearts of men.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
And he films it on the weekends in his gay porn dungeon.
That they
Nice.
have to bring a fire truck over to clean up when he's done
Well,
filming.
you got to bring the fire department in.
Because the fire truck went by earlier. And I
Because
made that
having people
joke.
in hazmat suits would probably scare my neighbors.
Yeah,
Or
they just come
if
up,
you're
hook up the hose,
if
and
you're going to
roll
film
out.
a porn, think about it. The firefighter shows up, the chick's there. You know,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
chick's
It's not that kind of porn, bro.
That was like my 47th movie.
But I could
to
really
be honest.
use some
Yeah, but it
hose.
wasn't a chick.
And then the dude
No, it was
wearing
two.
his bunker
It was
gear,
two.
so
No.
automatically he's
No.
super
It was
attractive.
a guy the size of two.
Shadow don't make those kind of movies.
And
the only
the
guy
fire
that-
department only gets subcontracted for
See,
cleaning up
I
the
should
mess
be a
afterward.
writer for TV.
His movies are like Men Alone 2, the KY Connection.
How do you know that?
And he tried to get me to like produce one.
He's my biggest subscriber. Come on, folks.
That's what I'm thinking. I still love you,
Yeah.
though, bro.
Hungar pays for the. Hungar
Even
pays
if
for
you
the.
are a sexual deviant, I still love you and will treat you.
Hungar pays for the $200 a month subscription of Shadow's website.
There's only 4 people subscribing, so you know,
You know,
gotta make my money somewhere.
there's the $5.95 monthly membership.
Justin's
there's
the other
$50
3
month-
subscribers.
No.
I don't know. I got 2 guys from Canada. I don't know. Just saying.
What about?
Subscribers.
To his adult website.
For some reason, my number 1 is the U.S. and my number 2 is back to Russia. It was
My
Vietnam
number
for
1
a
is
little while.
Philippines.
What are we talking about? Number
I have
1.
no fucking idea. anymore.
Demographic for people who subscribe to my channel.
Oh, mine are
Oh.
mostly Americans.
It's like mostly Americans, but number 2 is Russia. But for the longest time, Vietnam had beat Russia out.
Mine's Russia, and it used to be the Middle East. Go figure.
The Middle East.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia, and
Huh.
Well, you know that female porn is very popular in the Middle East
Yeah, I got it.
and Quebec. Yeah, they released a thing 4 or 5 years ago where they broke down the Canadian provinces of what was the most common porn downloaded, and transsexual porn was number 1 in Quebec.
Out of places you can get transsexual porn. Not out of porn.
Well, out of all the Canadian provinces,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
Ontario was the number 1 in Ontario. I think was like lesbian porn. The rest of the country was mostly like bondage and stuff like that. But for some reason, Quebec was transgender porn was their big thing.
Yeah.
That's their new mecca. Is that what you're saying?
Something like that.
Crafting Gamer, how you doing, bro? Good to see you.
TCG, what's up? Hey, TCG,
Yeah.
what happened with that craft challenge? I couldn't participate.
I mean,
Just curious.
I forgot all about it. Sorry, bro.
Quebec is a wonderful place to go fishing, right, Hungar?
I love fishing in Quebec.
Yeah.
Quebec.
You can go to Quebec
Yeah, I
and,
wasn't gonna say
and
anything.
catch some fish.
It's pronounced Quebec. Thank you very much.
It's actually pronounced Quebec, but
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
I
say.
was
I-
deliberately.
Oh, misleading him. Gotcha.
Living the
Like every
Oh,
time
I'm
you send
sorry. Did I ruin your little joke, Justin? Oh, I'm
I'm
sorry,
okay
boo.
Isn't there a Space Needle in Toronto?
A space. We got the CN Tower, and they used to have a commercial on TV that was like a fake history commercial, right? Where they were talking about designing it, and the guy shoved a dildo on the table and said, "Put a radio tower on top of that." I'm not even joking about that.
You Canadians are a wacky bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we are.
But you thought about Rome. Cal, I think about Rome every single day
Yeah.
and how far we have drifted from God.
It's funny. I hadn't thought about Rome at all today until you just mentioned it.
We're going to watch a 13-second video, guys.
Oh, goodness.
Okay.
This will explain why Toronto loves lesbians.
Who doesn't love lesbians?
Why are straight guys so obsessed with lesbians?
Wow, this chocolate bar sure is good. But you know what would make it better? Wow, another chocolate bar! 2 of a thing I like, together!
Yeah, shoe on head. I love her, man.
Yep. She's pretty funny.
She ruined Armored Skeptic, man. Ever since she dumped him, he's lost his mind. He made a video proclaiming himself as the Messiah. It was just insane.
Wow.
This chocolate bar is really good. You know, it'd be another.
That is insane because my understanding is that the actual Messiah warned the world that there would come many after me that would claim to be the Messiah that they already taught.
That's my fault. I apologize. I shouldn't have brought it up because I should have realized I was in the Bible Belt again. My
You're not in the Bible
apologies.
Belt. You're just hanging out with me, bro.
And me.
Yeah, you're wearing the Bible Belt.
That woman explains why
That woman's
straight like
bald.
lesbians better than anybody else I've ever heard explain it.
Slavery too, Cal. There's more slaves on the earth right now than at the height of the Roman Empire.
Yep.
And to make you feel extra good, most of them are sex slaves. But
Or they don't even know
can't
that
buy
there
a
are.
healthy
Most of them are
Hell,
male sex slaves
black
under the age of
slave
12.
in Libya for about $50 US.
I
If
thought it was
you're in the
200.
market for such a thing,
I thought it was 200. I'm getting ripped off.
you're getting ripped off.
Yeah,
You
most
need to learn how to bargain more. They see
Eh.
me, they're like, this guy looks like he used to hang out with Jewish people.
Well, that's $150 between friends, right?
Because I'm all like, I'm not paying retail. As soon as I walk up, I tell them right off the bat, I will not be paying retail. What's the wholesale price here? On some
what am I
Congolese.
making weird, man? Yeah.
A lot more people alive too. We don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
With the geometric, the word is lost my head. Yes, there's more people alive today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Black Plague did kill like 3/4 of the human population.
Almost as many as a
In
total
Europe.
home.
So you got to kind of, if I see what you're doing by like exponential growth, but then there's that big break right in the middle there.
Yeah, but it didn't kill that many people
3/4 of the population.
in Europe.
Genghis Khan
What was your
killed
last book,
1/10
Al?
of the population of the earth. He killed so many people that the weather patterns changed. I mean, it's like, wow.
Yeah, didn't Genghis Khan like mess with like the carbon footprint of the earth?
That's what they say. I don't know if it's true, but it's funny. If
I
it
like
is.
to believe that it's true.
It's so weird too when you think about it, right? Genghis Khan killed literally millions upon millions of people, but he's kind of my hero because he come from nowhere. His tribe got wiped out by an enemy tribe. He had to live as a bandit, eating rocks basically, and then through hard work and chutzpah,
I'm not going to say what I want to say.
he got the Khan of all kinds.
I'm not going to say what I want to say, but you just.
Because what you want to say is silly.
I'm not
that guy
silly.
who just got his shit together and started conquering people.
I'm
I gotta
talking
go,
about a
guys.
guy who got his shit together. He was homeless, painting on the streets of Venice.
Yeah.
On that note,
He
Justin,
wanted to become an architect.
I
They
think
wouldn't
the
let him join the
difference is,
academy.
I think the difference is, Justin.
You're talking George
100%
Costanza,
serious.
right?
No,
It is
the article
motivation.
thing is
It's
misplaced.
like Genghis Khan didn't actually hate anybody. He was just
Neither did this guy. He said irrational hatred of a people is the least sensible
you
thing
know
you
what?
can do.
You know what?
There's plenty of
Your
rational
hero
reasons
and
to hate them.
Usain Bolt. What's the difference?
huh?
Justin's hero and Usain Bolt. What's the difference?
One of them can finish a race.
That's right.
Yeah.
I
But
gotta go.
anyway,
I gotta go. I got a message from the pharmacy. I have to go down there.
so on that note, Justin, thanks a lot. because you broke Godwin's law.
Yeah, Godwin's laws for people who
We
don't
were
know
all
what
having
Godwin is.
fun, and then you had to break Godwin's law.
We were still having fun.
Yeah,
Hungar
we
has to
were.
go to the pharmacist.
But
No fun was
Hungar's
had,
got to
sir.
go to the
Yeah,
pharmacist.
because
Yeah, I'm a Genghis Khan fanboy. The Mongolians, those guys kicked ass.
Are we saying I
all of my
can't be
shows are weird
an
shows
art
to listen to.
appreciator for another 1,000 years or whatever?
Hey, Mike, long time no see, buddy.
All right, everybody. Peace, love, chicken
Might
grease.
be,
Thanks for
might.
coming
Happy
on.
trails, folks.
Support Heroic if you haven't.
Yeah, I want those miniature STLs. I want to see how many mistakes there are in them, so I can yell at Bear for it.
Everybody
since
have a
James-
good day. I will catch you Friday and Thursday, tomorrow night at
Hey,
5 o'clock.
put 0 for me, please.
Thursday at 5. Taco Bell.
I'm getting a Coke.
Happy trails, folks. Hope you feel better, Bear.
Ooh.
Bear, I
Yeah,
hope
yeah.
you feel better, brother.
Feel better, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Get well
It
soon.
was all those. Extra back.
Look, Wednesday. Who's streaming today that we can watch?
Double D.
Well, that's like at 7 Eastern.
You can stream.
I'm gonna get some work done.
Yeah, I was going to say
I
I'll only
actually-
stream if Justin joins me, but see, he's got work to do.
I got to shoot a short top secret video that nobody will
I gotta go
watch,
to the
so-
pharmacy.
You know what?
and I
Maybe
gotta
I'll
catch
create
my
some
map.
actual content for my channel. That would be nice
That would be cool.
instead of